Hey everybody, it's Evil. A lot's been going on in the last few days in regards to New World, or if you're a console player at least, a lot has been going on. If you're a part of the PC community, the long-lasting community that has been playing the game for years now, you've been told to wait, and then you were told to wait again, and then the day came and you were told, wait a little bit longer, just a little bit longer. But I'm a little bit late to see it. The World Aeternum to address the PC community has come out. It hasn't been met very positively, but let's have a look. Let's see what's going on. Oh, nope, not that one. There we go. There we go.
Everybody, welcome to the June Q&A of Forge and Aeternum. I'm Scott. I'm here with Katie and Dave, and we want to answer your questions. Before we start, though, I wanted to make a few acknowledgments. So we've just had our exciting announcement of New World Aeternum, and we've seen a lot of questions from you. So this is really addressed to answer you, the PC players' questions.
That right there already, the starting feels like the video that we should have received like directly after Summer Games Fest, in my opinion, or maybe after the IGN Live if for some reason for publicity they had to wait, but we get it now.
Rather than us pull each question out like we normally do, there were so many, we just thought we'd aggregate them down into a smaller subset so we could answer as many as possible and make sure we get you as much information as we can. Some good news, Chuck's filling in for Levin today, so you won't be hearing us yell at him, we'll be yelling at Chuck just instead. Bring him on, Chuck.
All right, why aren't communications more PC focused, given it's the PC audience who has been told to wait for June?
Our first announcement on June 7th was really important that we had a very clear announcement for all of the new players who, you have to remember, a lot of people have never heard of New World. They don't know what it is. So for us to get it out there, we wanted a nice, clean message to them.
As an existing New World,
I think if they would have addressed the PC community first, even just moments before, maybe even while they were live, I don't know, a Discord message, something for the active people, it might have saved negatively, because like they said, not a lot of people knew about New World, right? Not everybody knows. They're gonna see all these lovely comments on the New World Aeternum as they're trying to rebrand. It's gonna be filled with hateful New World comments because these days have been rough.
player, what is my experience on October 15th?
Yeah, so if you're a current player, when this hits, you'll get all the new content if you have the Rise of the Angry Earth DLC. If you have the base game, you will get some of what we've done because there are quite a few quality of life improvements that we've included. So your experience will be uninterrupted, your progression continues, and you continue your time in Aeternum.
Same game, I've said that.
Hopefully you'll have a lot more players to play with in the world as well.
That's the goal.
So why console?
Well, we've wanted.
I bet I can answer that before they answer that. Look, they're giving us hints. You know how they're always giving us hints? There's some gold back here. Why console? Why console? You guys ever heard of money?
To bring New World to console for a long time. I mean, if you've ever played it on a controller or on your couch, it just feels great. So I think it's something we've wanted to do for a long time, and I think we feel ready now. And I think, it's, like you said, it's going to bring a lot of new players to the game, which will be exciting.
What is being added for existing PC players come October 15th?
A lot. So I'm going to start with the PC players who own Rise of the
I'm gonna hold you to that. Let's see by the end of this video. A lot.
Angry Earth. Cutlass Keys has been up-leveled, and part of that up-leveling is a new free-for-all zone and a new 10-person raid that's a real raid, 3 bosses, the true progression, and it's really, really hard. They're going to get a whole new entry-level experience. Actually, everyone's going to get this. A new Fatui. The story is...
All right, so I guess my head's hiding it. I was about to say what in the world, but Fatui, I guess that's terminology. First time user experience.
It's been modified. We've added some new characters to the beach, but how we tell the story is going to be vastly improved. We've had an enhanced dialogue, but how we tell the story
Why do you look at me like that?
Improved. Some new characters to the beach, but how we tell the story is going to be vastly improved. We've had an enhanced dialogue system, which is basically cinematic cameras that zoom way in. You'll actually see yourself in the conversation with the NPCs. What else have we added, Katie?
Yo, nothing else is moving though. Like maybe this is, it says pre-beta down in the corner. My camera is covering that. but nothing's moving. You can see like dedicated exactly where the mouth lines are. I don't know that. This is pre-beta. Maybe it gets better.
There's a lot of stuff.
Yes.
With the NPCs. What else have we added, Katie? There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so
We'll see.
We've made Arenas Crossworld. We've also added matchmaking.
Ooh.
And we've upped the rewards so people actually play it,
which is super cool. And we've done optimizations across the game.
No one's gonna play it if you don't get anything. Oh yay, now nobody from this server can play with nobody from this server.
That PC players are going to get to benefit from, which I think is great. Dave, is there?
Gear score increase, I don't think we mentioned. Did you mention solo trials? So,
I did not.
So we have these amazing solo trials that you get through.
I don't know how much I care about these, but I am glad they're replayable.
Man, I wish I could do that over. Well,
like they always should have been.
Now we've made it an end game experience for solo players. You can do 3 a day, you get cool rewards, you get to see these cool fights again.
Yeah, they're up-leveled so that they are true end game. I think it's going to be super.
Is it a solo trial or a soul trial? I'll be honest, I feel like I hear a different thing depending who talks about it.
Exciting.
And Katie mentioned performance improvements. I want to make sure we're really clear. There's going to be a lot of performance improvements for the PC players, a lot. And a lot of quality of life improvements.
I hope so, man.
Especially for the PC players who are using a gamepad now. But across the board, you'll see them. And there's been so many changes. I'm sure we're forgetting some, but we're going to have a graphic that shows you all of those here playing in a minute.
Why is New World Aeternum called an ARPG and not an MMORPG?
Well, you can still play Aeternum the way you've always played it.
Bet you that comes back
because
to
of all of the changes we've done.
That comes back to their little hint here, hey? I wonder why. Is that what they're doing back here with this gold?
Done to the storytelling, the way we tell the story, because of the way our camera and combat and navigation work through the world, we feel like, you know, we're across so many genres, but this pushes us solidly into the ARPG.
Or hear me out. The things you just listed made you a unique, different MMO.
Which is a little more well-known on console.
Is New World Aeternum a separate game?
No. It is the continuation.
We've been asked the same question like 6 times.
That brings a ton new.
Is New World closing down and launching as single player?
No, New World
7?
is not closing down. Your experience will continue after this update. There is.
As frustrated as I am by it, seriously sounds like the same question. The fact that these questions exist, because you know what, they are actually all over YouTube, Reddit, everything. They are actually everywhere. Is my character gone? Is New World still a game? Is it shutting down? All of that everywhere. It's been published by so many different sources and stuff, or just comments everywhere. The fact that those questions exist really speaks to. Well, what it always comes back to, it really speaks to their communication.
Definitely a lot of opportunity for a solo experience that's coming with this. We have the updated main story quest line that you've all seen, where you can now go through it without being required to do group content. And now we have the up-leveled solo trials. So
solo?
That's
I thought I heard
that now,
soul
like,
earlier.
From beginning to end, if you choose to, you can do it solo. We still have a ton of group content. It's still a big open world with a lot of people in it. So it's not pivoting. It's just an addition to.
If they're gonna call it an ARPG instead of an MMO, I mean, I guess MMOs can have this anyways. But the towns, if this is, you know, it's like, well, when the towns are empty, well, it's not an MMO. That's fine. It needs more NPCs. Just even if they're just walking around, and they just do a loop around the city, maybe walk up to a crafting table and walk. You know, they don't really have to do anything, but it would add some life to the cities.
Will we lose our characters in progress?
No, again. No, I think, you know, if you have a character, you can continue to play it. If it's endgame, you can jump right into that endgame.
Right, is this the ninth?
If you do want to start a new character,
I'm not actually counting, but
Fresh Start Worlds, but your old character will be there. You can jump right into the experience of endgame with it.
What will current players get between now and October?
Right now, our focus is on an awesome, clean release on October.
Wait. He hasn't finished talking yet. Maybe I'm speaking too early, but is that a roundabout way to say nothing?
15th. Now, in the interim, we are still going to have a summer medley fair, but beyond that, there's not really going to be anything. Our focus, on top of all the feature medley fair, but beyond that, there's not really going to be anything. Our focus, on top of all the features we talked about, we're trying to fix as many bugs as we can, and we want this to be just a super polished experience. We're very, very excited for that.
That actually sounds awesome. A super polished experience. I'm on board. If it didn't give me deja vu. And it didn't show up last time, man.
Launch date, we want to do it right at
Or the time before that.
Yeah, and we also, I mean, it's worth mentioning that we're going to have a couple testing opportunities coming up. One is going to be specific for consoles because that's a technical test.
I'm going to try and do that.
The other one is going to be
see if anything, see what's different.
So PC players can participate in that. And in addition,
and we'll play that, of course.
One thing that I know is just like a separate call out, and maybe not a lot of people have been asking about this, but I think it's super cool that we have a pre-order bonus for a console that if you're on PC and you log into your character between June 7th, which was our announced date, and October 14th, you get access to that, which is the Azos Stalker Dire Wolf mount.
But I use a lion. Where's my lion armor?
Season's going away.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool if you got one for each. Yippee. That's the part where I'm supposed to be excited, I think. I forgot. Yay. Free stuff. I mean, what, we pre-ordered it 3 years early? Is that all they're saying? Because that's just the pre-order bonus.
When is the next season coming?
No,
Content.
seasons are not going away. We're committed to the seasonal model and bringing players regular cadence of content.
I would have left a word or two out there.
The next season is with the new World Aeternum launch on October 15th.
Haven't we had, we've had multiple 3-month seasons. We've had, what we did? 2 or 3 3-month season, a 4-month season, and this is, how long is this one? Real quick, a month, 4, 6, 7 months, 6 months. I don't know where regular cadence comes into that.
How does crossplay work?
If you're on PC, it couldn't be easier. You just play the game.
Hopefully it doesn't look going forward.
You'll be joined with
Optimism.
new friends from PS5 and Xbox. That happens in the open world. Another important thing to mention is all this cross-world and matchmaking will now be joined with a larger play pool. So they get to not only be in the open world with you, but will join all the queues and matchmaking.
Will console players join the existing PC servers?
Yeah, so console players will have the ability to join the existing worlds that we see on PC today. The only things that are going to happen, and some folks should be used to this because it's the way that we did the Fresh Start Worlds for Brimstone Sands, is that if you have a legacy character, it cannot move to the new worlds that we're creating at once.
She did say the only thing happening, so that sounds about normal with like what happened with Brimstone. You'll have your legacies can't transfer over, but you can start a fresh start. And everyone's probably going to be kind of coerced into starting a fresh start because I assume consoles are going to want to start fresh start, you know, just fresh worlds, you know, the whole new experience, which admittedly, as negative as New World sentiments are right now, there might be some fun in that. I'll be playing.
Launch. So
I'll be playing.
That's something where if your console friends want to play with you on your current server, they're able to do that. But if you want to play with them,
as long as there's no console only server,
you do have to create a new character, which I think is a lot of fun because we revamped and changed a lot in the new starting experience. So I think it's worth it to log in with a new character that day.
Will PC players who only have the base game and not Rise of the Angry Earth expansion still be able to play after October?
Absolutely. And the experience is going to get a lot better.
What do you mean, can I still play?
The content, the
do you
stuff
own
that's
it?
gated behind level, or some of the things that were part of Rise of the Angry Earth.
Sorry,
like
they're real
mounts.
questions.
But they will get to see the new storytelling, the way we tell it. They're going to get the new Fatui. They're going to get all of the performance improvements, all the bug fixes. And,
Nobody told them not to use that word, really?
In 1 through 60.
Will the release of New World Aeternum change the minimum and recommended specs of the game?
No, between now and the launch of New World Aeternum, and after that, we
going to
have no
console now, you
plans
can't
to address
really
those min and
ever
res.
adjust those again. They shouldn't change again like they did before.
Specs now with all the optimizations,
Absolutely,
right?
it will.
More than might, yeah, it will.
Will New World Aeternum bring DirectX 12
He's like, I promise, we've been doing stuff over the last while, more than might. It will work.
to the game?
Yes, we're very excited to bring DirectX 12 with all the work we've been doing on console. It now can come to PC and
Should
bring
help desync.
enhanced rendering for everyone.
Hopefully.
Will the non-Aeternum version of the game continue to receive new content?
Yeah, so I mean, first off, there is going to be no non-Aeternum version of the game. On October 15th, we're all playing Aeternum.
You get an update and it has a new
I think
word.
What we're talking about is the base game. And
That's
so for the base game, you'll continue receiving
That's it.
updates. You'll get access to our quality of life improvements, seasonal events, things like that. I will say that in order to like really experience the best version of this game, like
Right here. You really want to play our game. Money, 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 money.
ultimate version of this game,
The ultimate.
that's what you get with the Rise of the Angry Earth DLC as part of Aeternum.
If I don't have the Rise of the Angry Earth expansion, will I still get the pre-order bonus?
So this is a pretty interesting one because when you log in, you get.
Look, I haven't heard her answer. I don't have a crystal ball in my house. If I pre-order the game, will I get the pre-order bonus?
An entitlement to that pre-order bonus to the Azos Stalker, but if you don't have Rise of the Angry Earth, you can't access mounts, which is what that goes through. So if you do purchase the Rise of the Angry Earth DLC after you've logged in after a while, you will get that pre-order bonus because it's attached to your
So what she's saying is duh. No duh.
account.
Will New World Aeternum continue to receive regular updates after its release on October?
Is that actually the same question? Like, I know before they were being reworded. Is that literally the same question?
October 15th.
It sure will. We're going to get back onto our regular seasonal cadence. And, you know, we're always working toward our next piece of large content. So it's all in the works.
Will New World Aeternum support cross-progression between PC and consoles?
I don't think so.
No, we don't support cross progression between the consoles and PC. We only support crossplay.
Where's the road?
Full crossplay is awesome. Cross progression would be cool, but a lot of games actually, unfortunately, kind of do go that route. I assume cross play is 10 times easier than cross progression. I don't make games.
Map.
I know this is the most asked question, and we are really happy we're here to answer it. So between now and October 15th, we're going to release the Summer Medley Fair, and there might be a couple minor patches coming out around problems. Beyond that, hopefully you can see the graphic. Things I'm most excited about are the...
Is this the roadmap then? Is this considered the roadmap, I guess? New 10-player raid? All things aside, I do want to play it. It is exciting. New PvP zone, if it goes right, could be entertaining, but it's not forever in-game content. It's, you know, we will need more. Repeatable end-game. So look, this is what I'm saying. I seriously heard solo earlier many times, but this says soul. Is it solo or soul? I don't know. I feel like an idiot for not knowing. I don't know, man. Gear score increases 725. I like that. I always like being able to progress. I'm not gonna. I have no arguments. Matchmaking. Thank you. As long as we have enough players to even do any form of matchmaking. I just kind of wonder how it's gonna do it and how effective it's gonna be. Cross-world arenas would have been great months ago. Let's see if too late. I don't know. The thing is, you get horrible rewards. You get horrible rewards. Up-leveled Cutlass Key Zone with new quests and enemies. Pretty cool. I guess we'll see. And more. There's no dates or anything here. Coming October 15th. So this is actually roadmap. This is just the update 15th. I mean, October is pretty close to the end of the year, but yeah, so this is roadmap. This is one update, but this is also roadmap. One we've waited forever for, man. Months. Better part of half a year. Quality of life improvements. Awesome. That should just never stop. Really. Combat improvements should never stop. Stagger PvE enemies. Why is that? I guess. I mean, I never really... I just assumed they all got grit. Swimming. Cool. I mean, yeah, I guess it's worth putting in here. I'm not too bothered there ever was or wasn't swimming, or there will be or wouldn't. It's sure. DX12, cool. This isn't, not a lot of this is content, man. Not a lot of this is like fresh start worlds, player archetypes. Like a lot of it is pretty Cross-world arenas, cross-platform play, cross-world. Okay, yeah, they're different. New starting experience, enhanced controller support. Just like, okay, content and create content and content. Leveling, your score increase. Maybe you count that. Most of this isn't. Most of this is like, hey, the game you paid for, we're making sure it's not garbage still.
A 10-player raid, the new PvP zone, which is going to be awesome. Matchmaking, we're up-leveling Cutlass Keys with new quests and enemies. I know you've all asked for swimming, so we have swimming.
Why'd he skip saying soul? I was really, I thought that was going to solve it right when he's like, you listed this. No, okay.
And there's a bunch of other things that you can see here.
Yeah, and then after Aeternum launches, we will be able to put out the 2025 roadmap. So super.
When? After Aeternum launches, okay. That could be at any point in 2025, guys.
Excited for that.
Hey, thank you very
With
much
this
for
track
the questions.
record.
We appreciate the passion. Dave and Katie, thank you
The
so
passion.
much for answering them.
That's
with
the way
me.
to cover it up.
To
The
all
passion,
players,
man.
We will see you in Aeternum.
You guys seen the Steam reviews? That's passion. Like, I'll be honest, I don't think I'm really upset with anything said in the video, as it's basically what I expected. But I also think it's too late. It's a communication thing. It's a communication thing. This is a video that should have released moments after Summer Games Fest announcement or trailer. If not, maybe after the IGN one, if again it was for some publicity or something, for marketing or something. I think this should have been ready to go a little sooner. Maybe they didn't. Maybe they didn't foresee the backlash, but I don't know. I feel like the whole community foreseen it, and they all got computers. They got to see it. They got to see it. I know they do. All in all, I hope New World does well, and I hope they can keep with their promises that they have fallen a little short on before. If New World Aeternum comes out on October 15th, it launches very well. It does get seasonal updates for the following, every 3 months, new update, new pass, a little bit of new content, whether it be dungeon, weapon, whatever's going on, and some way to make the end game more of a loop, more repeatable, more playable. You don't want to log in just because you haven't logged in yet today. You want to have a goal. You want to have something to go do. And I think for a lot of people, especially this new console community, you're going to have that for hundreds of hours. But for everybody that has played this game forever and ever and ever, and has been part of what we basically got to just consider an unknown alpha, beta, there's nothing to do. I don't know, guys. For everything evil, consider subscribing. We'll be back.